Now that you've learned how to do a water-based and a waterless scrub, it can be tricky at first, and there's some common errors that I'm going to go through with you right now. So number one is if you've actually have any open cuts or a new tattoo, you cannot scrub. If you have minor cuts or abrasions, you can do your full scrub and then ask a non-sterile person from the team to put some clear spray over it, which is a protectant spray. So I want you to know that that's available because it's a common question that people ask sometimes. Now, before you start your scrub, I always stress that you have to wash your hands. So you're going to wash your hands with soap and water. And then you're going to dry them off. And this is important because we are now starting this whole process. And the first process starts with getting the mask. And getting the mask, I want you to know that whatever you touch on the outside is actually the outside of the mask. The inside part, because sometimes it's tough to tell with the different color masks that are available, which is the inside and the outside. So that's the outside. And then you'll place it on. As you noticed, I got a mask that has a shield because infectious material can splash into your eyes. So I've got one that actually has a shield. Now, I'm not going to wear it for the purpose of this video. However, you must wear a mask anytime a sterile field has been established in the operating room. And what do I mean by a sterile field? I mean, if there is surgical instruments that have been opened, if there's a sterile surgical team, or if a patient has been prepped and draped, you must wear a mask going into the operating room. Again, I'm not going to wear it just for the purpose of this video so you can see while I'm demonstrating some of the other common errors. Another common error that can happen when you're scrubbing, that you hit something. So you've hit something and now you've done that during the scrub process. You go, oh no. Well, you're right, oh no. It means you have to start again. You start all the way from the top. And now, another error that can happen in this scrub process is that you actually miss a spot. If you've missed a spot, it actually shouldn't happen. And that's why there's time allotted, is that we're carefully going through each point, every aspect of each finger, front and back, palm, back, and all throughout this process so that you don't miss a spot. Now, what happens if you do it in the incorrect order? I'm going to show you a way that you remember not to do it in the incorrect order. So, remember, we started from the fingers, and we went down to the hands, then the arms. What we're really doing is making a clean area to the dirty area. Up here, near my elbow, is always going to be the dirtiest area. I will never go from a dirty area to a clean area. This is essential, and this is something I want you to remember for any time you're doing something sterile. You would have remembered when I taught you how to put on the dress and dress appropriately, that shirt was tucked in. Another reason we've tucked the shirt in is that you don't want it to be leaning forward. And what happens during the process if you get, if you get a lot of water on it? It happens, and it happens especially when you're just starting off. You don't want that wet to go through the gown. So that moisture can seep through to your skin and then into that gown. That gown is extremely hot. The microbes can then multiply and cause an infectious source for that patient that you're going to be operating on. So you're going to have to wait for this to dry, or in my case, you're going to end up having to go change your top and start all over again. But that's one of the things, don't go in with a wet gown.